Welcome to Skip the Line Media. My name is Mike, and this is
Anthony,
and we're doing something a little different than we normally do. We're going to call this Sounding Off on something that we just watched. And what would that be?
That would be the CFP selection show.
Does anybody call it CFP?
I do.
What the heck is that? College football playoffs is what he means. CFP sounds like a procedure. That's all I'm going to say. Or a syndrome. I have CFP syndrome.
Yeah.
So what?
That does sound like one of those medicine commercials.
Yeah.
And then you get the whole rundown. Please don't take this.
Don't take this if you have blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
CFP.
If you suffer from paper cuts, anal
bleeding, and CFP.
So yeah, we just wanted to
sound off because we just watched
that.
it. So what? Well, let's tell. What is the rankings? What are they? Who's number 4?
Number 4, we have Oklahoma.
Number 3,
Clemson.
Number 2,
OSU. I'm sorry, Ohio State. You can't. OSU sounds like
the Ohio State University.
Sounds like CFP.
Yeah, it does. The Ohio State University. And number 1,
LSU,
the Bayou Bengals.
That's right.
And what is your thoughts on that? What was your reaction when you saw the things come through?
Not surprised at all.
Nah.
It could have gone either way.
I think it could have gone
1 and 2.
On the number 1 and 2. I think it could have gone. I think everyone knew.
3 and 4, we knew that.
I think we all knew that. I think
that was the only mystery about this.
Full disclosure,
1 and 2.
I'm a Buckeye fan, and I think he is. So I wanted Ohio State to be number 1, and I think they should have been, in my opinion. But I think that...
and I told you I would literally flip a coin.
But what did I tell you before we even watched it, what would happen? I said who would be number 1? LSU, right?
Right.
Because I think there's a bias on that. I do think there is.
For the SEC.
I think there is. I think
that sounds like something you would have. I got the SEC.
Yeah, I got the SEC.
Can't sit on the toilet
I
some
gotta
days.
take a medicine. I got the SEC.
I need a cream.
I need a cream for
That's
my
how we
SEC.
feel about the SEC.
Yes, we need a cream for
So,
that.
yeah.
Because they give them a lot of love on their teams, and they give them high rankings, and then when they beat each other up, they kind of bolster each other a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that is what happened. Or when we were watching something where they said they're peaking at the right time. I mean, how do we know? It's a month from now when the game's played. They could be peaking, not peaking. It's 3 weeks from now. They could go on a slow decline. How do you know? Just because you're peaking right now? I mean, it has no bearing on when the game's played. That's what I don't understand.
I don't know.
I don't get that at all.
So what's your thoughts?
My thoughts, obviously.
You think Ohio State got robbed?
I don't know if they got robbed, but I don't think that I don't think they should have lost their thing because they didn't do anything to lose it. And I don't think LSU did anything exceptional to take it. That's what I think.
Well, you can make the same argument. Ohio State jumped them a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
During the regular season. So
correct, because at the time, LSU played a weaker opponent.
I will say...
We played 3 strong opponents in a row.
I think it would have been different maybe if Ohio State had come out differently against Wisconsin last night and took it to them from start to finish. I think you have a stronger argument there to leave them at number 1.
I think I have a stronger argument when we hear teams like Vanderbilt and Mississippi dropped over 40 or 50 points on LSU's defense.
No, I agree with that.
Because those teams are what we would call weak. Ohio State would mop the floor with them.
Well,
I think the Clemson Tigers would mop the floor with those teams.
So I did say one point I would make now, especially for Buckeye fans out there. I actually like the rankings the way it is because now they have a chance to play Clemson, get some revenge on them. Also, going through that schedule instead of Oklahoma, you're going to play Clemson and then probably LSU. You beat both of those teams. Now you're in discussion for greatest college football team of all time.
Yeah, assuming the LSU takes care of business against Oklahoma.
Right, that's what I said.
Yeah, because I could see what happening now. Here's the danger I think when they did this is now they have the danger that LSU the whole year hasn't been as good as they are right now. They say they're peaking at the right time. In 3 weeks, they might be the old team. Their defense might be the defense that gave up 40 or 50 points to junk teams. So if that Oklahoma's not a junk team, right? Like we're talking, this is a real team. They come out there and blow them out. Ohio State, I think, will be as good against Oklahoma as they will against Clemson or LSU. I don't think teams are going to put up that points like that on Ohio State and them not outscore them ridiculously. Yeah. That's what I think. I think we could see the national title game when Ohio State and Clemson play if LSU loses. That's what it's going to feel like.
Yeah.
It's going to feel like, oh, we just won this so we could finish the season. And then it's not the greatest win ever. It's like you beat a really good team and then played a team that shouldn't have won, and, you know, kind of sucks. But, you know what? A national title either way would be great. What?
Nothing.
Whatever. You keep looking like you have something to say.
Yeah.
Because
I don't.
Yeah, whatever.
I said what I have to say.
You
You know,
said-
the best part about watching that was not seeing Alabama in there.
Oh, yeah. Well, no,
That was the
actually,
greatest part.
what's the best part
Greatest
about
part.
watching that is seeing Alabama's former quarterback and Ohio State's former quarterback in there.
Yep. That's pretty good, too.
Isn't that weird? It's like
And I think, though,
they're
that's
feeding the league the best players, even when they're not.
Burrow against the Buckeyes. That's the
That would
national
be the
championship
storyline.
everybody wants to see.
Everybody wants that storyline. I get it.
Except for Alabama fans.
Except for
That's not what they
Alabama.
want to see.
Yeah, because
They still think they should be in the top 4.
they no. Yeah, you lost.
They're stupid, though.
You lost.
They still think.
You lost. Just because you are Alabama doesn't mean you get to be in there. Same thing with Ohio State. When we didn't get in, we are Ohio State. We're probably one of the top 2-3 programs in the country. Just because we want to be there doesn't make you be there, right?
Yep.
That's just how it is. So is there anything else you got on this? Is there anything else? Is this our hot take? Is this where we're at?
This is where we're at. This is what happened. Now we know.
Now we know what's going on. Too bad we didn't do that. We did this before they even come out with the other stuff, or we'd talk about that.
Maybe
too,
we can do
'cause
that later. Next
I don't
time.
know. Maybe. It'll probably be too late.
Laugh at wherever Alabama's going. What bowl game they
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Are they going to get picked up by a former BCS-style bowl? Like, you know, back... That
Yeah.
used to be like a New Year Bowl. Are they getting a New Year Bowl? Do they get that consolation because they're Alabama?
Don't know.
But they shouldn't, right? Like
Don't
Georgia should get a New Year Bowl. Alabama's like third rung now.
Mm-hmm.
They should get the December 28th or 20th.
I still wonder what Nick Saban is doing right now.
I told you he made a phone call to Jalen Hurst, probably reluctantly, to say congratulations. And now he's planning on next year because what I will say is he is a taskmaster and probably doesn't like being left out. So he's already, he's illegally.
But you know what?
recruiting or something.
Actually, he is left out. He needs to be left out of this conversation now that I think about it.
You're right.
He doesn't get talked
No
about.
more of that. No more of his talk. So we're gonna end this here, right?
Yep.
You think this is our hot take?
Just give us your opinions. Let us know. Leave a comment.
Boom.
What you think about the rankings and what's going to happen.
Tell us how much you love the Buckeyes.
Yeah. Remember, like, subscribe, comment.
Yeah.
Hit the notification button and poke us.
Poke him, like poke him, and we'll see ya.